Hey guys, so today Soen left Rise for good, and as I was drowning in tears, I had the brilliant idea to make a video talking about the things I hate in the K-pop industry and its community. I'm going to make a tier list while I'm at it just for fun, but the point of today's video is to put all the hate I'm feeling for SM out there. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to read hateful comments towards SM. Okay, so the first thing I hate in K-pop is the parasocial relationships. Soen left because fans didn't accept that he had a girlfriend before debuting. Karina had to apologize and end her relationship because fans didn't like it. EXO-chen has kids, and to this day, fans protest for him to leave EXO because he betrayed them. These are just a few. I could keep going on and on. It makes me so mad that idols have to deal with fans like these who want to believe that idols are entertainment objects and not normal human beings. It is not even that all are delusional and fantasize about idols. Rather, they wish to be delusional and believe they hold some power over idols simply because they consume their content. The thing is, no one is forcing them to consume it. Fans should opinionate on idols' work, not on their private lives and choices. Yes, I know that this happens in many other industries, but the K industry is the only place where your life could be ruined by it. It's even funnier to think that all these fans' rebellions work for nothing most of the time, because regardless of being shared or not, these idols still have a private life, and they'll live it accordingly. I believe that part of the reason why companies try to find very young idols is because in this way they are capable of controlling their whole life before they can even have a past that could ruin their future. We all know that one of the main things keeping this industry's gears working is the relationship between idols and fans. Avoiding the risk of failing to form parasocial relationships altogether is tremendously lucrative. The second thing I hate is the lack of honesty and opinion. I find it so annoying when people pretend or pressure themselves to like something just because it's made by or endorsed by their favorite idols. For some, this is so serious that they can't even accept others disliking it. Just because someone is a big fan of a group doesn't mean they have to like everything that comes from them or have no opinions about it. That's pretty much the opposite of why music is created. I've seen so many big YouTubers that react to K-pop saying that they pretend to like or dim down their reaction because otherwise they get a tremendous amount of hate. What's the point of reacting even? The ones that dislike it should not feel superior, and the ones that like it should not feel more fans or better. Those are just different opinions. No one should be forced to either. There are songs that even the idols themselves hate. If even the artist who created it have a formed opinion, why wouldn't others? I feel like this happens because many stans lack proper judgment, which brings us to the next thing I detest: the lack of discernment. I believe this happens mostly because the ones constantly feeding off K-pop are teens and children with internet access, but we know there are some adults there too. Fans launch into the most random stuff because they think they understand everything. They riot over opinions because they think it's hate, support problematic stuff because they think it's right, grow hate because of rumors, and I could keep going forever. All of this happens because of a lack of discernment. They believe they understand things that they have no idea about. I'm not saying I am a superhuman being who knows everything. That's exactly my point. I don't know everything, so I don't nose around assuming I do. The fourth thing I hate is SM energy. The fifth thing that makes me want to rip my hair off is the stands' ability to spread lies. I'm aware that lies and fake news are not unique to K-pop, but I observe them occurring more frequently in this industry because of the flood of information it offers. K-pop is extremely fragile and volatile. A snowball of fake information can turn into an avalanche and literally destroy someone's life. Some people are deranged. They love to have control over others because that's the closest they'll ever be with them. And for that, they'll twist everything to create a narrative that fits their perspective. You'll see people distorting things to an extreme, and others agreeing with it, just for the sake of doing so when it's not even close to the truth. They will continue to live and act normally because it doesn't affect them in the slightest, but it can grow into a massive mess. Just think about the biggest scandals that we have in the industry. Do you think those would have taken such a turn if they bore no lies within them? The sixth thing is talking ill about others' bodies and body shaming them. It's very easy to speak about others' bodies and visuals when you are behind a screen, isn't it? There's absolutely no problem in having opinions about others' visuals, bodies, personalities, etc., but you have no right to speak on it because it's not yours. Who are you to say that someone is overweight or ugly? The fun thing is that some fans dare to speak ill of others when they look like aespa's avatars before the glow up. I believe this is called projection. Go to therapy instead of TikTok. Even if that was not the case, don't comment on others' bodies. The seventh thing is not about fans, yay. Fan service. This might be the biggest reason why parasocial relationships exist. It's because companies force their idols to act as if they were in a relationship with their fans. It has to be convincing for fans to fall for it, which leads to situations like Sugin's happening. This is reaching a boiling point that idols started to talk about it and intercept fans with such behavior. This is not completely fans' fault. It's something extremely deep-rooted into the industry, something that will only change if idols position themselves to fans and the companies, which will never happen as they are bound by contracts. It is partly fans' fault because how dumb do you have to be to believe that someone you've never spoken to is your boyfriend? The next thing, because I already lost count, is the stream culture. I can't put into words how much I hate it. If you ask a stan if a song is good, they pull up the charts to show you. This proves nothing other than that a fandom is massive and can stream a song. Music is supposed to be something fun, and streaming is a supportive act, which I'm sure artists are pleased with. But obsessively streaming a song just so it can go up in charts so you can use it as a weapon in fandom wars is not it. There are thousands of amazing songs songs with less than 10,000 streams, but that does not make them any less good. Stream culture undermines the very purpose of why songs are made, which is to be understandable, relatable, and elicit the feelings that the musicians wish to express. The next thing is the idol's age debut. Kind of redundant to talk about this when there have been tons of good videos out there talking about this issue, but yeah, the age idols are debuting nowadays is not great. I know this has been happening since the beginning of K-pop, but it doesn't mean that it's right. There are no problems in chasing your dreams, but to be in such a tough industry like this as an adult is hard enough. Imagine as a child, especially because this reinforces the idea that fans have some control over them because they grew up in the industry. There are no parents or members that can save your mental health. There's not a magic effect where you automatically become an adult once you turn 18, but a line must be drawn. Something I hate too is shipping. At first I thought most stans were joking, but it turns out most of them believe that Jungkook will get Jimin pregnant. Some fans gang up on the smallest signs of affection and love just to say that someone is in love with each other. Well, guess what? Most of these people have been friends for years, spent the hardest times of their lives together. Of course, they love each other and display affection. Just as a bonus, because I feel like a lot of people don't know it. In South Korea, it's extremely common for skinship between males to happen. Yes, even relationships where everybody believes something else is going on could be nothing more than a simple relationship. If the friendship is close, then there will be more skinship. So people of the same gender get to have a greater physical bond than with people of the opposite gender. You have to take into account cultural differences, understand that South Korea is a super conservative society, and also the sad fact that companies can force idols to act like this. I am not saying that all of them are fake, but it's just something you have to understand and remember. Plus, some of these fans' gaydars are as broke as me. What do you mean you look at Jennie and picture her marrying Lisa? I know that many do it just because they try to seek validation from people they admire, but that's not how real life works. Oh, another thing that makes my blood boil is babying idols. I hate how so many fans baby idols. I'm pretty sure they do it just to keep their fantasies and delusions going because there's no way someone can be this dumb. I'm not talking about babying idols who are 13, 15, 17. I'm talking about people being overprotective and baby idols who are 26 and have been in the industry for at least 25 years. I recently saw a tweet from someone saying that Stray Kids Hyujin was bothered by fans touching his arm. This is the video. Look at his face. These idols are normal people. They like to wear short and comfortable clothes. They go to parties, date, and live. Finally, the last thing I hate, actually it's not the last, but if I keep going, the video will have 2 hours, is the fetishization. Again, this does not exist in K-pop only. It's related to Asian fetishism, which has been around for a long time. But K-pop and some fans' behaviors granted it a bigger proportion. I hate how so many fans become attracted to K-pop idols because of their specific stereotypical attributes related to being Asian. This can include sexualizing specific Asian traits, such as skin color, body type, or more delicate personality stereotypes. Often you see a random Asian person posting a picture on social media. Then you open the comments and see 400 comments saying, "Oh my god, you look like Jungkook, marry me," and then the person is, just Asian. I know some of these things are quite obvious, and I know that I sound like a saint while saying all of that, but that's not my intent here. My intention is purely to show that you can still enjoy things while acting like a normal human being. It's a music genre. You don't have to act crazy and go on a rampage just because of it. Support and love your idols, vibe to their songs, but there's absolutely no reason to push hate forward and pray for others' downfall. If you do, just know that it makes you a miserable person with all due respect. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you agree, disagree, or if you have something else you hate in the comments. See you soon, if I remember to post.